Hello students, let's do data handling exercise 24B. This is on page number 266. Question 1 is find the mean of these numbers, or these are called observations or data also. Now what is the meaning of this word mean? Now mean is a value that will be one of these or in between these numbers, and it is equally shared among these numbers. Now when we work this out, you will be able to find out. It is something like finding the average. Okay, so let's begin by first writing the given numbers. So these are the given numbers. We've already got it here. Now, sum of all observations. Now these numbers are also called observations. Now first thing you need to do is find the sum. That means add up all these and get an answer. So here let's add up these five numbers. So 53 plus 61 plus 60 plus 67 plus 64. And when you add up all these numbers, you get 305. So this is the sum of all the observations. The next thing you need to do is write the number of observations. Now, how many observations are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 5 observations of 5 numbers. So that is the second thing you need to do. So what's the first thing? You have to find the sum of all the observations, add it up and get a number. Then you find out how many observations are there. Now we're going to find the mean with the help of a formula which says required mean is sum of all the observations, that is this, divided by the number of observations. That is, so what is the sum of the observations? 305. And what is the number of observations? 5. So we just have to divide 305 by 5. So let's do that simple division. 305 divided by 5, take 30. 5 sixes are 30 minus 0, 5. 5 ones are 5. So what is our quotient? Our quotient is 61. So the required mean is 61. So this number that we've got is called the required mean. It can or cannot be one of these numbers. So here we have 61. So that is the mean. Okay, so sometimes it will not be one of these numbers. So 61 is the required mean for this set of numbers. Question 2. Find the mean of the first 6 natural numbers here. So we are asked to find the first 6 natural numbers and then the mean of that. So what are the first 6 natural numbers? Remember, natural numbers begin with 1. So let's write down the first 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. These are the first 6 natural numbers. Now we have to find the sum of the observations. So the first 6 natural numbers are the observations. We have to find the sum. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6. We have to find the sum of all these observations. So the sum of these numbers, when you add up, you get 21. Next step is number of observations. How many observations are there? So here it says first 6 natural numbers. So the number of observation is 6. Now we can find the required mean by using the formula sum of all the observations divided by the number of observations. So sum of all observation is 21 and we're going to divide this by 6. So let's divide 21 by 6. Now 6 threes are 18 minus, now here we have a remainder. So this is 11 minus 8 is 3. Now let's continue our division. Okay, so we'll put a decimal point, carry that point on top, put the 0 and bring the 0 down. Now our number is 30. 6 fives are 30. So this time our remainder is 0 and our quotient is 3.5. So we have found the required mean and that is 3.5. So 3.5 is a number that will come in between all these numbers. Okay, so 3.5 will come somewhere in between 3 and 4. So on the other side you have 3 numbers, on this side we have 3 numbers. So 3.5 is the required mean of the first 6 natural numbers. Question 3. Find the mean of the first 10 odd natural numbers. So let's be careful. If we're talking about odd numbers and they're all natural numbers, and we're talking about the first 10 odd natural numbers. So first, let's write down the first 10 odd natural numbers, starting with 1. Now odd numbers, so 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19. Now how many do we have here? Let's count and see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we'll stop with 19. Now the next thing we need to do is find the sum of these observations. That means we need to add up these. So that will be 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 11 plus 13 plus 15 plus 17 plus 19. We need to add up these numbers. So when you add up these numbers, you get 100. So we've got 100 as the sum of all the observations. Now, the next thing is the number of observations. How many do we have? The question itself says there are 10. So the number of observations is 10. Now to find the required mean, use the formula sum of all observations divided by the number of observations. So here we have 100 divided by 10. And 100 divided by 10, if you simply cancel it or do normal division, what do you get? You get 10. So we have found the required mean. The required mean is 10. Question 4. Find the mean of all factors of 10. Okay, so what are the factors of 10? So let's find out the factors of 10. Now suppose you have the number 10. What are the numbers that multiply to give you 10? 1 into 10 is 10. Then we have 2 into 5 is 10. Nothing else will give you 10. So what are the factors? 1, 2, 5 and 10 are the factors of 10. So let's write that 1, 2, 5 and 10. These are the factors of 10. In the next step, we have to write the sum of these observations, sum of these factors 1 plus 2 plus 5 plus 10 and get the sum. So here the sum is 18. When you add up all these numbers, you get 18. Next is number of observations. How many factors of 10 are there? There are 4 factors. So we write 4. So now that we have the sum of all observations and the number of observations, we can find the required mean by using this formula. So let's divide the sum of all observations, which is 18, by the number of observations, which is 4. So divide 18 by 4. 4 fours are 16 minus you have 2. Continue with the division. Put a point here and put a 0. Carry that 0 down. Bring it down here. Now the number is 20. 4 into 5. 4 fives are 20. So our division is over and this quotient is our answer. So what do we have there? 4.5. So the required mean for this question is 4.5. Question 5. Find the mean of all these terms given here. So we have been given 5 sets here, 5 terms, 5 expressions here. We have to find the sum of all these terms or these observations. So the first one is x plus 3. Then the next one we have to add is x plus 5 plus, then we have x plus 7. The next one is x plus 9 and the last one is x plus 11. So now we need to add up these. So when you add, first thing what we'll do is we'll remove the brackets. Always when you remove the brackets, you need to see the sign before that. Since it's plus, there is no change here. Everywhere it is plus. So we can open these brackets and write these terms as it is. So it will be x plus 3 plus x plus 5 plus x plus 7 plus x plus 9 plus x plus 11. In the next step, what we'll do is we'll count all the x. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5x. Now we'll add up all the terms. What are all the terms? We have 3 plus 5 is 8. 8 plus 7 is 15. 15 plus 9 is 24. 24 plus 11 is 35. So here we have 35. 5x plus 35. Next is some number of observations. Now how many observations are there? This is one term, this whole thing. Another one more, 4 and 5. So there are 5 here. So number of observations is 5. So now what do we have? We have the sum of all the observations, 5x plus 35, and we have the number of observations. We can find the required mean by dividing sum of observations by the number of observations. So here the sum of observations is 5x plus 35 divided by 5. Now we have learned this earlier in class 6, isn't it? So when you do this division, what you have to do is you have to do 5x divided by 5 plus each term you have to divide it by the divisor here. So 5x by 5 plus 35 by 5. So here when we do 5x by 5, we can cancel 5 and only the number is left. So we have x. Now here 35 divided by 5. 5 ones are 5, 5 sevens are 35. 7 by 1, which is 7. So here we have, after this division, we have x plus 7, which is our required mean. So the answer is x plus 7, which is our required mean. Question 6. If different values of variable x are, so these are all the values of x. Remember, x is a variable, so it can take on different values. Now we have to find the mean of these values. So the given values are these, which is given to us. Sum of all these values or sum of all these observations, we need to add it up. So 19.8 plus 15.4 plus 13.7 plus 11.71 plus 11.8 plus 12.8, 12.6 first, 12.6 plus 12.8 plus 18.6 plus 20.5 plus 21.1. So as you are writing, it's better to put a tick above so you know that you've got all these numbers. You've not missed out anything. So now we need to add up all these. So when you add up all these, you will get 158.01. So we've got the sum of all the observations there. Now, number of observations, how many observations are there? Now let's count all these observations to see how many there are. So let's begin. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. The number of observations is 10. So now we can find the required mean. Sum of observations by the number of observations. So the sum of the observations is 158.01 divided by 10. So division of a decimal number by 10 or a higher power of 10 is very easy. All you have to do is move the decimal point to the left. When you divide, you're moving it to the left. Since there is only one zero, the point will move only one place to the left. So from here, the point will come here. So now what is our number? It is 15.801. So this is the required mean, 15.801. Question 7. The mean of a certain number of observations is 32. Find the resulting mean, that means the new mean, if each observation is increased by 3. This is the first one. So you already have a certain number, the mean of observations. Now if we increase this by 3, what will be the resulting mean or the final mean? So the observed mean given to us already is 32. When it is increased by 3 means you simply have to add 3 to this. So 32 plus 3. So it is simply 32 plus 3. You're increasing it by 3. Then the resulting mean will be 32 plus 3 is 35. Okay, so this is our answer. This is very simple. So first, the observed mean is already given to us. Now when you're increasing it by 3, you add 3 and this is the resulting mean. Now what happens when it is decreased by 7? So let's write the observed mean given to us is 32. When you decrease it by 7, that means what should you do? You should subtract 32 minus 7. Decreased means minus. That means the resulting mean will be 32 minus 7, which is 25. So this is the resulting mean when you decrease it by 7. Next, what happens when it is multiplied by 2? So here we have the observed mean 32, and then when multiplied by 2 means we're going to multiply 32 into 2. 32 into 2 will give us a resulting mean, and that is 64. So the resulting mean here is 64 because we multiplied it by 2. What happens when it is divided by 0.5? So we have the observed mean, and when you divide it by 0.5, we have to do this division. 32 divided by 0.5. So let's do this division. So 32 divided by 0.5. We have learned in decimal division that when your divisor is a decimal number, you must change it to a whole number. So 0.5 must now become 5. So how do we do it? So we'll put this in the form of a fraction. So that is 32 divided by 0.5. Now we have to change 0.5 into 5. And we can do that only if we move the point, isn't it? If the point is moved and comes after 5, then only it becomes a whole number. How can we move the point to the right? When we multiply it. When we multiply this by 10. Because when you multiply by 10, the point will move one place to the right. So now when you multiply this by 10, what will you get here? 0.5 into 10, the point will move one place here. So here in the denominator, it will simply become 5. Now if you multiply the denominator by 10, you have to multiply the numerator also by 10. 32 into 10 is 320. That's a whole number, isn't it? 32 is a whole number. So there's no point there, so you don't have to move the point anywhere. Instead, you simply multiply 32 into 10, you get 320. So now look at the denominator, it has become a whole number. So now you can do your normal division. Divide 320 by 5. So 320 divided by 5. 32 let's take, so 5 sixes are 30, minus you have to here bring down 0, it's 20, 5 fours are 20, a remainder is 0. So what is our quotient? Our quotient is 64. So the resulting mean is 64. So this is our answer when you divide 32 by 0.5. Question 5. What happens when it is increased by 60%? So the observed mean is 32. Now if we have to increase by 60%, that means we have to say 32 increase means plus 60% means 60% of 32. 60% of 32. So now let's see how much this is. So 32 plus 60% of 32. How do we do that? So that will be 60% means 60 by 100. Of is into 32. So we have to multiply 60 by 100 into 32. So let's cancel. If there is something we can cancel to make our work easier. So I can cancel the 0. Now I can cancel 6 and 10 both by 2. 2 3s are 6 and here 2 5s are 10. Now that's it. We can't cancel anything. So let's multiply 32 into 3. So 3 2s are 6, 3 3s are 9. So that's 96 and in the denominator we have 5. So here it is 96 by 5. So now it is 32 plus 96 by 5. As you can see, now this has become addition of fractions. So let's add these fractions. Let's give this a denominator 1. So that's 32 by 1. So now we have to find the LCM. And the LCM will be 5. Because the two denominators are there. One is 1 and the other one is 5. So this will become automatically the LCM. Now let's find the new numerators. So 1 into 5. 1 into 5 is 5. So we multiply 32 also into 5. Now 5 2s are 10, carry 1, 5 3s are 15, plus 1 is 16. Plus the next one is 5 into 1 is 5. So 96 also to be multiplied by 1. 96 into 1 is 96. So now we have to add up 160 plus 96. So let's do that addition. 160 plus 96. So this is 6. 6 plus 9 is 15. Carry 1, 2. So here what do we have? 256 by 5. So now we have to divide 256 by 5. So let's do that division. 5 5s are 25 minus 0. We bring down 6. 5 1s are 5. The remainder is 1. Now we need to continue with our division. Let's put a point. carry that point, put a 0, bring that 0 down. Now our number is 10. So let's continue. 5 2s are 10. So now the remainder is 0 and our division is over. So what is our quotient? 51.2. So we have the resulting mean. Our resulting mean is 51.2. So this is our answer. Resulting mean is 51.2. Next, what if we decrease it by 20%? So our observed mean is 32. Now we are going to decrease it by 20%. So that will be 32. Decrease means minus 20% of 32. So we are going to minus these two. So now let's find out how much 20% of 32 is. 20% is 20 by 100. Of is into 32. Let's cancel the zeros. I can cancel 2 and 10 also. 2 ones are 2 and 2 fives are 10. So now nothing more to cancel. So here we have 32 by 5. So here let's write that 32 minus 32 by 5. Now we have to do the subtraction. So this is subtraction of fractions. Let's give it the denominator 1. The LCM is going to be 5. Take the first fraction. 1 into 5 is 5. So multiply 32 also into 5. 5 2s are 10. Carry 1. 5 3s are 15. Plus 1, 16. So that is 160 minus. Now here 5 into 1 is 5. So 32 into 1 is 32. So here 160 minus 32. So let's subtract 160 minus 32. Borrow. So this is 10 minus 2 is 8. 5 minus 3 is 2. 1. So this is 128. 128 divided by 5. Let's do that division. 128 by 5. 5 2s are 10 minus 2. Bring down 8. It's 28. 5 5s are 25 minus 3. Now continue our division by putting a point here. Put the 0. Bring the 0 down. Now the number is 30. 5 6s are 30. So what do we have here? 25.6 is the quotient and that is our required mean. So the required mean is 25.6. So this is our answer. The required mean when it is decreased by 20% is 25.6. So we will stop with this for now, children. In our next video, we will continue with the remaining questions. Thank you, children.